Okay, so what if tonight you could learn a couple of things about our 30-day program that help you to really understand it and understand why it works and why it's so successful? If that's something that excites you, put a one in the chat. And if you are first time on one of our calls, please put a new in the chat. We'd love to know who's new and who's first time on this call. And also, if you would like to learn something tonight that really helps you absolutely smash out your health goals, would you be excited in the next half an hour if you could learn something that really helps you achieve your health goals? So please put a one in the chat if that's the case for you. So I am super excited, and something that is really important to us is the integrity of our company. So you're going to hear some stories tonight, and I want you to know that when you hear a story, know that this person came in with different things. They came in with a commitment to make this work. They came in with knowledge. Whatever they came in with, everybody is different. Everybody is different, and everybody's goals are different. So we can't guarantee anything, but what we can do is know that if you give this your absolute whole self, our 30-day system absolutely does work. So it's really important to start with our integrity. I'd also like to, acknowledge the work. I'm going to tell you my story in just a second, but before I do, I'd like to acknowledge the work that it takes to put one of these calls together. So we have Belinda and Rachel, who both really help us to make these absolutely work. So thank you guys so much. And I'd love for you to make sure that you really do give this 100%. So when we ask you to pop things in the chat, put them in the chat. That energy makes such a difference on a call like this. And also, just be open to what you're learning and what's new, because you might hear something tonight that's absolutely something you've never thought of before. And just having an open mind is so important. And let's make sure we have a bit of fun as we move through this. So, how did I start on this program? I started on this program over 13 years ago, and it was because I wanted to climb Mount Kilimanjaro. And I was overweight, unfit, unhealthy, and really feeling not happy in myself. And so, when I made the decision to do this, I jumped in, did a 30-day reset, and within a very short time, I was ready to summit that mountain. And I did do that. But the biggest thing for me is the fact that I've been able to maintain. And you'll see on the right-hand side that now I'm a ultra runner. It's all quite crazy. I can't believe that I'm saying that from where I was 13 years ago to now. So that's how things have worked out for me. And I mentioned the running because the next thing I'm going to show you is something new that we've just started. And this is our Lifestyle Shift Walk or Run clubs. So, as I say, I've gone from someone who definitely wasn't a runner to someone who is a runner. But through that process, I do a lot of walking. So anybody who's interested in setting up a group together where you can go out walking or running, and we have a really amazing offer for you, and that is that when those people come along, you're going to be able to give them a running belt, which I use all the time for my phone, and you're also going to be able to let them sample Nitro. So that's specially for this group, for all of you who are on here tonight. So ask the person who invited you on this call how you can get involved in either running a run group or actually participating in one, whichever you prefer. And it's walking and running. So, I would really love to introduce these two amazing women. I am so proud to be working with these. And one of the reasons that I am so proud of them both is because they are both incredible coaches, both of the people within their teams who want to build this as a business, but also of every single person who starts on a 30-day reset, whichever one of us you're working with, and other coaches who are on this call tonight, you know that you're going to be absolutely 100% fully supported. So thank you guys, and welcome to our call, and let's hear stories from you.
Hi guys, my name is Belinda McGowan, and thank you so much for joining us tonight on this Tuesday evening. I started with the program 7 years ago, and I was going to the gym, I was eating clean, I was really been thinking about it, and quite restrictive, really, focusing on, trying to eat as least as possible, but get results at the gym, and I didn't have any energy at all. I started on the Ultimate Pack, and within day 5, I had so much energy. And I dropped 5 to 6 kilos in my first 30 days. I have been maintaining and using the products and really just elevating my results over the last 7 years. During COVID, I started running. And I am now a runner. So I'm training now for a 65K ultra. Just did a 42.5 this year, my 3rd time doing that. I go to the gym. I'm passionate about food and what you eat and how it works for your body and how it can fuel your body, because I just didn't know what to eat when. And so this program has really helped me balancing my cortisol, hitting my protein macros, and I love the performance products to get the best results. So I'm super excited that you're here and answering any questions that you may have as well.
Thanks, Belle. So my story is a little bit different. I wasn't really into weight loss, but I just was really unhealthy. So I was just one of these go-getters that never cared about what I ate. In fact, I ate very little, and I used to suffer from migraines, and I lived on painkillers. So as a result, my gut health was shocking, like the worst. And I still do have a few little issues now, 8 years on. However, at the time, I didn't even realize how my gut health was impacting my mental health. In fact, every single thing in my body was affected by my gut health. So I'm not sure if many people realize, but 95% of your serotonin is produced in your gut, 80% of your immune system, and 50% of your dopamine. So if you're not eating the right foods, your whole system is out of whack. So it wasn't until I'd fallen into a pretty large hole of despair that Heather introduced me to the system. And I thought, what have I got to lose? I gave it a go. And yeah, honestly, 5 or 6 days in, I could not believe the transformation that finally I was putting the right nutrients into my body. And it was perfect timing as well, because I was heading into perimenopause and then menopause. So since then, I was just so impressed with these products that I made it my mission, studied nutrition, and I made it my mission in life to help other people who are in the same situation, because it is very, very easy to slide into this rabbit hole of poor nutrition, and then your life tends to spiral. So really now, my goal is to make sure that no woman or man, for that matter, has to go through a series of health challenges like I did. So that's me. And then I think, Belle, you want me to talk a bit more about the pillars as well. So what creates this program and what makes this program so important is the 3 pillars. So the first one is cleansing or detoxing, if you'd like to call it that. The second pillar is protein pacing. And the third one is managing stress. One of the big things regarding protein pacing is the amount of protein that people are eating. So there's been lots of research done on this, and really, there's very few people that are getting enough protein in their diet. And the minimum that you should be aiming for is 2 grams per kilo of your ideal body weight per day. Now, that is super important. And we will go into that a bit more later. But the other really important factor that I touched on before was cleansing or reducing toxins, because toxins are those sneaky little chemicals that you think your body's eliminating, and our bodies are pretty clever. They do eliminate a lot of the toxins, but we cannot keep up with the level of toxins coming into our life via the environment and our food. And we need a bit of help, especially as you're heading towards middle age. That's when you need more help. So minimizing toxins is a massive part of this. And once you remove toxins, your weight does shift, because toxins sit in your fat cells to protect your organs, and that's why you can't lose weight until you shift the toxins. So really important. And the same with cortisol. Cortisol is the stress hormone, and that makes your body store fat for a crisis, because it thinks a crisis is coming, which it never does. It's just our life and the way that we live in this day and age. So managing cortisol is another big factor in this program and why it works so well.
Thanks, Rach. I'm just going to stop share for a minute because my system is not letting me move.
Just while you're doing that, Belle, I would love for anybody who is in the chat who is either a Zoom user or a Samsung user, if you go to where your picture is or just your screen, you can change and put your name in there. So that would be really handy, because we're going to do some draws at the end and we want to know who you are. Or if you can't do that, ask the person who invited you on to put your name in the chat, or you can just pop your name in the chat, because we'd love for you all to be in the draw. So back to you, Belle.
Yeah, so what I would absolutely love is if Mary's on here to unmute herself and share your story, please.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mary. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can.
Awesome.
There you go.
So bit of a background. Before I found Isagenix, I struggled with my weight basically for my entire life. I was introduced to the products by a friend who ended up connecting me to Callie Prater. I think she's on this call. I ended up deciding to give them a go because I knew something had to change. I first used the products during COVID. I ended up losing 20 kilos in 3 months with only probably minimal walking. Unfortunately, though, I gained most of it back in the last couple of years just due to personal circumstances. But then I hopped on again this year. I really knew something needed to change again because I was hitting that top mark. And since January, I've lost 13 kilos. Despite some health issues and an injury. So the products are amazing, but as well as the weight loss, it really has improved my energy, my sleep, my mood, my hormones. And I really feel like I'm finally getting my life back and ready for some more changes.
That is amazing, Mary. And not long and you'll be under the 100 kilos. So when was the last time you were under 100?
I was probably 14, I reckon.
Wow. Oh,
yeah.
I cannot wait to celebrate you, because that's going to be a huge milestone. And I have seen you really showing up in our IsaBody Kickstart group. So please keep doing that. I'm loving watching your journey. You're cheering everybody else on. And we are so grateful that you came on tonight to share your story.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and the next person we have sharing is Lauren. Lauren, are you there to unmute?
Let me just have a look, see if I can spot her.
So this is, I'll just keep chatting while we find her. This is Lauren's 30-day results. So this is, are you there, Lauren?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go for it. Do you want to share your story, please?
Yeah, I'm just having some technical difficulties, so I'm on my Samsung now. But hi, everybody. Before Isagenix, my backstory, I suppose, I was just feeling pretty bloated and low in energy and pretty unhappy with my weight. And I went to a bread and cheese making event held by my Polish friends, Agata and Asha. And they had some Isagenix products there that we tried at the same time. And that was my introduction to Isagenix. So I thought I would give it a go. And I got a 30-day reset pack. And I've been using the products now for about 2.5 months. And I'm down 5 kilos, which is fantastic. And I'm feeling less bloated. I've got more energy every day. I'm walking more. I've started some resistance at home exercises, and I'm feeling confident, more confident about the food I'm putting into my body, and that I'm making healthier choices than I was before. So, and I genuinely love being part of this supportive community and the lifestyle shift that comes with it, which is pretty much elevating my health and my fitness and my finances. So yeah, it's been a great journey so far, and it's a wonderful community, and yeah, hoping to lose some more weight as well, and keep feeling great.
Thank you so much, Lauren. It's I was really not shocked, but when I visually put the photos together today, I was like, wow, what a great result. And you must be feeling amazing. So thank you so much for taking the time to share your story tonight. And I'm super excited to see what's going to be happening in the next couple of months as well. So what you can see is with both Mary and Lauren, what we have done is really focus on resetting their metabolism, lowering their cortisol, because when your cortisol is out, it really affects your gut health, which, absorbing the nutrients. Your body has a lot of inflammation, and we really need to just rebalance your whole body so everything can start working correctly. So your weight loss, your gut health, you get brain fog, you get poor sleep, your hormones are unbalanced. And so what we do is we really focus on anti-inflammatory nutrition, and balancing the body using an adaptogenic herb for our cortisol, and then doing a deep cleanse, which really helps remove any of the toxins. So you can see here, it was 6 kilos of visceral fat, which is in all that belly area, that was lost with doing a 30-day reset here with the program. And so the 30-day reset really consists of the Isoline shake. We use the shake around whole foods. And the reason why we use the shake, because not only does it have whole food vitamins and great protein, but it's so that we can quickly hit our protein macros in the day. So we need 2 times the amount of our body weight in grams. So if you're a 60 kilo female, you're needing about 120 grams of protein. And so with the shakes, it's 24 grams. It's a great way to get that hit. And then we're helping you focus on protein focused whole foods throughout the day. We have the Ionic Supreme, the Isagenix snacks, the Isoflush, which I absolutely love, and the Cleanse for Life. And we're just going to quickly go through and speak about those products as well. But as I spoke about the shake day, you start the morning with the Ionic Supreme. You have a whole blend Isoline shake, a natural accelerator, which is a fat burner. Lunch, you have a shake. Dinner, you have a 400 to 600 calorie meal, which is really balanced with protein, grains, vegetables. A lot of people that I coach don't have enough vegetables, fiber, or they restrict too much, and then they're hungry. So we really want you to have a really nourishing dinner. Before bed as well, we get you to have the Isoflush. And the Isoflush is so good for repairing your digestive system. It has black walnut in it, really good for bloating and bowel movement and things like that. So that's what we call it, a shake day, and that's what it looks like. And these are some of our foods that we have as recipes, whether it's a snack, a dinner, so much variety. You're going to be eating and you're not going to be hungry. And the next product is the Ionic Supreme. So I'll throw over to Rach to talk about that.
This is one of my favorite products of all time because it really does target cortisol. Now, cortisol is also known as the fat storage hormone. So when you are stressed, your body stores fat. So we need to tell our bodies to calm down. Now, whenever you go on any kind of a new regime or a diet, particularly a diet, your body goes into stress mode because it thinks that you're starving it or you've changed something. So it defeats the purpose of even being on that specific diet. So this is a game changer as far as shifting the weight. Not only that, it's great for energy. It helps you sleep. It's like a little bit of gold that you can take every single morning, and you can even have it up to twice a day if you want to. It is just one of the core pillars of the program and one of the non-negotiables when you are on this program, or just as an everyday way to balance your body. And when you're looking at a cleanse day or a fasting day, that is 1 day a week, generally speaking. So it's 6 shake days and 1 cleanse day. Now, a cleanse day consists of drinking a beautiful botanical herbal tonic 4 times a day. And it tastes delicious. It doesn't make you run to the toilet or anything crazy like that. There's no laxatives or anything in the tonic. It is all very natural and beautiful tasting and great for your skin as well as your digestive system. It just allows your body to have a rest. It's a bit like taking your car to get serviced, same kind of thing. So cleanse days are super important to the program. The other product that I'm in love with is Collagen Elixir. Now, a lot of people say to me, what do you use on your skin? And it's really topically, I don't use anything amazing, but internally, I use Collagen Elixir, and that is the total game changer. As you age, your body doesn't produce collagen anymore. And look, there's so much out there on the market, but 99% of it is complete rubbish. And I know that's dramatic, but it is so true because the Australian supplement industry is not regulated and you just don't know what you're buying from the shops. We know that this is 100% genuine. It's high potency. We've got the science to prove it, and it absolutely works.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that, Rach, and you are such a great advocate of the collagen. So this is one of our newer products, the Clear Protein. I adore this product, and one of the reasons that we have it there is because so many people don't realize how much protein they need to have in their diet, and it's a very, very important thing, as Belle mentioned earlier on, to really monitor your protein. And so here's a regular person with what you think would be a pretty good intake of protein, but in fact, that's really not the level that you would want it. So our beautiful Clear Protein can add 20 grams of protein to your diet so quickly and easily. It's just like it's a beautiful tropical tasting drink, and you can have it mid-afternoon, mid-morning, and it's not like having another extra thick shake. It's just giving you, for only 90 calories, it's giving you an extra 20 grams of protein. So it's definitely fast becoming one of my favorite things. In fact, I've run out of it at the moment, and I'm ready to get some more. So protein makes such a difference. If you're too low in protein, you will find that your metabolism isn't as fast. You'll have poor muscle recovery. So this extra protein will make all the difference. So it's something that as coaches, we really work on, is helping people to increase their protein. And this is such a good quality one. It comes from New Zealand, Happy Cows. And I know as soon as you think that it's a whey protein, you think it's going to be creamy. It's not. It's incredible. As it says here, it's refreshing, it's light, it's going to help you with your lean muscle recovery, and 0 sugar and only 90 calories. It's just a no-brainer as something to add to your whole routine. And the next thing we're going to talk about is creatine. And creatine is something that's been talked about for a long time. And it used to be something people used to think that, only men who wanted to build big muscles were using it in the gym. And it's very different to that now. People are realizing that by saturating your body with creatine, which means having 1 serve of creatine every single day, it will increase, yes, your strength and your power and help you with gaining that muscle, but it also will help with your cellular hydration. It will help with your cognitive and brain support. Like, how important is that? And of course, that leads into healthy aging. So creatine is a great addition to your program. If you've already been using the 30-day program, these are 2 things that you can add in that will just give you that little bit extra. We're always looking for that 10% extra, and they're definitely great additions. So if all this sounds really exciting for you and it's something that you would like to get involved in if you haven't already, you can look at any one of these packs and look at which is the best one for you. So it may be that you want to start with your hair, skin and nails, and you want to grab one of our collagen packs, and you can see there on there. Or it may be that you would like to use our absolute favorite, which is our 30-day reset pack. But if you want to do both, then why not go for the ultimate pack? Because that gives you the 30-day reset plus some great extras that are going to make particularly your cleanse days even easier. So 30-day reset or ultimate. However, if you just want to dip your toe in and give 14 days a go, that's absolutely fine. But I think that the 30-day reset is my favorite. And we right now have a new group that's available to you, which will give you interviews, information, coaches who can support you. You can ask questions in there. So if you're not already in this group, then please do ask the person who introduced you and got you on this call tonight, can you add me to the Lifestyle Reset group? And we're really going to be vamping this up from Monday onwards and smashing out some great goals like the ones you just saw from the 2 girls who shared tonight. So excited about that. Would you like to earn yourself a lifestyle shift singlet or t-shirt? I love the fact that Lauren, a couple of times during when she was sharing, she shared the fact that this really is a lifestyle shift. And so I know she's someone who's going to want to proudly wear one of these t-shirts or singlets in pink or gray. And again, all you need to do is share this with a couple of people, which is also going to help you to get your products paid for and walk away with one of these and be able to wear it proudly at your gym. So we want to see everybody. I want to see so many photos. I can't wait to have a collage on one of these calls of everybody wearing their lifestyle shift singlets or t-shirts.